Hey, welcome back, friends. Let's get started. Quick 10-minute strength flow. Come onto your belly, either ear down to your mat. Right away as you settle in, close your eyes, listen to your breath. As you begin to listen to your breath, you'll notice it deepening right away. You draw into the present moment, more inward. As you start to intensify this breath, notice when you can seal off your lips and take your breath in and out through your nose. If you have one ear down, switch to the other side, balancing out your neck stretch. Continue to focus on just breathing in and out. All through your nose, it becomes this guidepost before you even begin to move. As you feel strong and stable in your breath, we add gentle movement back into our body, a little wiggle through the fingers or toes. Eventually, you're going to draw your hands right underneath your shoulders. And I'll lift into this little mini back bend, little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift. Once again, push into the toenail edge of your feet. Exhale as a settle. One final time, inhale, lift, squeeze your back muscles. Exhale, lower down. This time as you inhale, push all the way up to hands and knees, and then back, exhaling into your child's pose. Inhale, walk your hands out to the left, a little side body stretch. Inhale back through center, exhale the other way, really dipping into your left or opposite hip. Inhale as you come back through center, really slide and glide forward back onto your belly and take a back bend. Exhale as that lower down. This next inhale, maybe you want to push all the way up into upward facing dog. Notice where your back is and just honor that. Exhale as that lower down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, back down. Yes, so come up onto hands and knees. Child's pose, taking your stretch from side to side. What we're doing here is we're linking our breath into our movement, really utilizing the entirety of each and every breath. This time as you come back through center, shift up to hands and knees, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. You pedal it out side to side. You start to squeeze your bundle lock. It's just your core muscles up and in, muscles between your legs, low belly squeeze towards your spine. Eventually you settle into stillness and just breathe. You find stability, but also this lift. And now look forward, bend through your knees. Exhale, bring both your feet to the top of your mat. You have your halfway lift, it's just a lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hug and fold in. As you stand tall, you reach tall, drawing your energy in. Exhale, open arm twist to your right hand back, left arm forward. Inhale, back through center, neutralize, and then take that twist the other way. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and fold forward. You have your halfway lift in between before you plant your hands. Take your feet to the back of your mat, bend your elbows. Thread your chest through as your back bend. Yeah, downward facing dog. Right toes reach up. As you shift forward, stack ankle over ankle, take a push up. Back to your three-legged dog. That's your inhale. Under and across, make a connection before you open up. Have a seat and fold right between your legs. You begin to unwind, pushing through your palms. Right toes still reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale as your step through. Inhale, lift into your crescent lunge, long stance. Exhale, lean forward and hover. Inhale, back heel down, warrior two, strong letter T. As you pivot to the back of your mat, launch onto your left leg, reach with your fingertips. Inhale, knee comes into your chest, capture with both your hands, and then start to squat down into a pistol squat. You come all the way down onto your butt. Inhale, lift into your boat pose. You can grab your toes or not. Just do what works for you. Exhale, roll back into plow pose, releasing your feet. Really support your low back. Inhale, come through, plant your hands, step it back high to low push-up. Right when you hit down dog, left toes stretch and reach up. You shift forward, have your push-up, three-legged dog. As your knee comes under and across, make a connection as you open up. And then have a seat, take a nice giant fold. As you unwind back to your three-legged dog, left toes stretch and reach up towards the ceiling. Step through. Inhale always rises you up. Exhale, lean and hover forward. Strong letter T for your warrior two before you pivot back to the top of your mat and launch into warrior three. You're on your right leg now. Leg comes out in front of you and you have your pistol squat. Use your opposite hand with a little kickstand if you'd like. Inhale into your boat pose and then you rock back. Yeah, big, deep, low back stretch. Support your low back before you're forward. Plant your hands, step or shoot it back high to low push up. Beautiful, yogis. We're going to take this all through another time. As you're ready, an exhale brings you back to the top of your mat. And you start to move at your pace, halfway lift and fold. Inhale, come up to stand. Maybe you want a chair pose here. This is building strength. You have your side to side twist. Yeah, exhale as your fold. Inhale into your halfway lift before you plant your hands. Take your high to low push-up. Now we go back into our right side. Right toes stretch and reach up towards the ceiling. Shift forward as you stack ankles. Take your push-up. Now you can cut this out. Under and across, make a connection to your opposite elbow. Open up those left fingertips or right fingertips. Sit and fold. As you start to unwind your right toes, stretch, stretch, stretch. Step through, gentle step. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, strong letter T for your warrior two. Ground it down. Inhale, back of your mat. Launch it up. Before you tick-tock your back leg forward, squat all the way down as low as you can. Just keep squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As you set your butt down, inhale, lift into your boat pose. Yeah, lift your chest through. Exhale as that rock back into your plow pose. Before you come back forward, plant your hands. See this time if you can step or shoot your feet back to the mat. Now we go into our left side. Left toes stretch and reach. You have your push-up. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, under and across, make a connection. Inhale as I open up. Exhale, sit, fold, and reach. Inhale as you unwind, as you stretch your left toes high once again. You step, lift it high, lean and hover forward. Windmill open to your warrior two, strong letter T. Pivot to the back of your mat, find your balance, reach in opposite directions. Knee comes in, capture your foot, squat all the way down. Yeah, use your hand if you need. Inhale, lift into your boat pose. Yeah, you've got it. Exhale, spin back onto your back. Toes go back behind you. As you rock forward, get the momentum, plant your hands. Vinyasa all the way through. Beautiful work, yogis. You hit your downward facing dog. Breathe in. Yes, breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet wide all the way to the edges of your mat and dip your butt as low as you can. You can have your hands at heart center, or you can have them down on your mat for a little bit more stability. Yeah, as you're ready, you're going to lift your butt up to about 90 degrees. You see that kind of hip to knee to foot. And just breathe. As you start to breathe, you're going to feel your quads firing up. We've come all this way to now utilize our breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend and fold forward. Rock from side to side. You know, from the last flow, we're going to hold each of these shapes about 10 breaths. Once you release your hands, draw your feet together to touch. You're going to sit back low in your seat. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling into your chair pose. Once you settle into your chair pose, you can goal post your arms, really getting your shoulders involved. And rock your weight back into your heels as you dip your hips lower and lower. Remember, we're breathing. We're getting to that point of uncomfortableness that we can breathe through. Beautiful. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, bend and fold forward. Separate your feet. Dip low into your yogi squat once again. Yes, right away. Lift your hips back to your 90 degrees. Your quads should be feeling it now. Don't try to release that gripping on your toes as you sit back in your seat. You're still lifting with your chest. You have a long, long back. There you go. Breathe in. Exhale, bend and fold forward. As you release, you rock side to side. You know, we have one more round of our chair pose. Feet come together. Sit back low, high, and reach high with your inhale. Yeah, just breathe. Notice how you're feeling. We can always push through this place of uncomfortable. As you push through uncomfortable, notice what's on the other side. Yes, breath in and breath out. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, bend and fold forward. You know, you have your halfway lift. Beautiful work, yogis. Plant your hands high to low push-up. When you hit down dog, inhale, right toes reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Toes swing across towards your opposite wrist. Eventually, you're going to bend and fold over your front leg. If you feel any pain or pinching in your back knee, shift onto your right hip a little bit. It should take enough pressure out of your knee to kind of relax in. As you come back up to your palms, you're going to take a quad stretch, reach back with either hand, capture your back foot, and really just gently pull it in towards your glute. As you're ready, release. Right foot steps back to meet your left. We'll just take this to the other side. Left toe swing high. As you bring your leg through, parallel your shin. And you're just going to start to fold forward. You can always stay on your palms, lower down to your forearms. Some people can lower all the way down to your chest. None of that really matters. As long as you're feeling that stretch in and through your hip everywhere we worked. Slowing back into your breath, almost to the point that it's neutral. Pushing back up to your palms, you take that quad stretch. You can reach back with either hand, wherever you find your balance on your knees here. Pull heel in, feel that stretch down your right quad. Start to press back into your downward facing dog. And just walk your feet all the way through. Come to have a seat on your mat. As you roll down onto your back, knees into your heart, just give yourself a nice big squeeze. And release into your final Shavasana. A little bit of rest right here. You close your eyes, finding that dip into relaxation. Every ounce of your body weight is just releasing down in towards your mat. You almost have this weightless-like feeling. As you reawaken, gentle movement, deepen breath, feel refreshed, re-energized. Long body stretch before you hug your knees in towards your chest. Your knees fall to one side, little gentle twist, pulling back through center, and then fall to the other side. As you come back through center this time, start to push up to seated top of your mat. Keep your eyes still closed, kind of reveling in these last few moments of your practice. Sit up tall, hands draw to heart center. Again, just breathe. Beautiful practice today, yogis. Bowing forward, we seal it in. Namaste.